So greetings, this is Aurora, of New Creation, the most abused woman in all of creation and the most by far hated. So to Andrew Ryan Pravacci, he just offered to marry me this morning with my green card because he failed mission. I mean, he got rich later, and to begin with, Michael Iaquinta had already spited him. So the first time I was about to leave Hilton Head to go to Tennessee, I had my application for Aurora Diamond Rainbow and all my boxes, everything boxed in the car that I tried to rent from Advanced Car Rentals, but then they just called me and invented something because the locals, had paid for me to not be able to leave town independent in a car. I still had my Florida license, so then they made a pact. Aquarian Michael Iaquinta, he's the head of the Operation of Hate. He's the one who ritualized me, stole blood and pieces of my left side brain, and I have like marks on my elbows, lower back, middle back. And the guy will do anything he can to keep me Dima and make harem circus girls. So he's the one backing up Bikram and all the other groups of whores and hookers for years now. He has them all under, conspiracy theory. They all know it, but they all play along with him because they've all been drugged and they're like his slave masters. So now he's the head of the operation. Like, he's the one who hired Chris to make me look like a fraud within the Chinese restaurant Asian groups, and he pays cops to fuck me up. And like, if he knows that the people from Lava are inviting me for membership, he'll pay them to increase the price, and then he'll pay them to keep me in the car of Chris at that much longer so that I can't get to Lava. And now my membership is stolen, so now I don't have any more possibility to be 24-hour protected in a gym, given the fact that Andrew and all the idiots fell for Michael Iaquinta's tricks and Brendan Irvin. Like, now every man has given my identity to a demonic hooker greedy bitch, and the only way that the men can be with me is if I stay Dima. But I'm probably gonna get decloaked because it was all staged. Like, when I get visions and I'm very, in heightened levels of consciousness, I see that, like, people like say the Love Is One crew, it was all divine reflections. Like when Amy, at the end last session with Jonah, she said, something about being decloaked, meaning after Jonah offered to take me from this hotel back to marry me in Beirut for Dima to Brawi, and they knew I was going to say no is the thing. They know I can't live unless I'm Aurora. That's what the terrorists know. But the idiotic fake light workers, they're like, oh, they're playing the fake game of the hookers of the terrorists. So they'll take the command of the Russian hooker and the Spaniard hooker anytime over anything ever. Even Archangel Michael fell. They all became troll-ass turds because they got drugged by the hookers. So now, it's very simple to get me killed. Like, now they're trying very seriously. Like, the people from Colorado, they sent, literally, like, now they know that my only salvation is sexual. They know it. So it's like at the door, like, the guy will just like show me the dick. Like, are you gonna suck my dick, and are you gonna become a prostitute to stay Dima, or anyway, we're gonna kill you. Like, they had the demon yesterday waiting out for me. They've been threatening that they're gonna send a car to kidnap and take me away and kill me for like ever. Now it's gonna be so simple because they used me in the parking lot of the Chris location, and without letting me post ever my location. And the boys are all stupid. They all play like all the boys that are being used for their dick for the women to become me. That's the only thing that those women want from those men. They will breed, they will fuck them up, they will steal my clothes, my hair, my extension, they will fuck my reputation up just to get the American citizen in my name, and then they will fuck off the country. They don't give a jack shit fuck. And I tell the cops every day, but the cops don't care. They told me, yeah, we have God's armor, and if you think we are scared, we are not scared. The cops are stupid. The cops don't know that they're gonna lose their lives and their families and their children because they got bullied and paid. And so now that's the new evolutionary stage. So for all creation to know, and all the trolls from Hilton Head who were abused and given drugs, like you, Laura Lindstedt, like you, Leah Gum, like you all who now work for the dark because you couldn't fight for the light, and you all hate me because I still do. Bravo. Ayacuinta, bravo. You paid Chris enough money to, sit me here when I needed to be there. Did everything you could. Now the hookers are all Auroras. Everybody is Dima, and I tore my Carolina complete situation because I have no interest in playing in a, evil Carolina. Like, I'm sitting at Planet Fitness, they're sending me emails from the DMV being evil to me, like, now how do you feel? Oh, so DMV Aurora stole from you. What did they steal? So now DMV bluffed and calls itself DMV Aurora because they gave my ID to a hooker who went down on all of them. Same for, Town Hall, Chamber of Commerce. They all work for the dark. Like, Brandon Irvin is the first one who took me there. He works for Ayacuinta. Billy made believe that he doesn't like Ayacuinta, but he also works for Ayacuinta. They all work for Ayacuinta, which is what? It's like insurance and medical, so they want to maintain the pharmaceutical, so they don't want my business to strive. They want to force proof that I'm a prostitute and that I am a drug addict. He even wrote emails, Mike Ayacuinta, of this sort to Russell Pearson, like, oh, yeah, she's a drug addict, like, they'll use anything in my disadvantage, and they're all drug addict. They're all on high levels of everything: crack, cocaine, methamphetamines. They all gang fuck, orgies, but they make pretend to the cops that they're so innocent and so kind and so loving and so divinely, oh, y'all South Carolinian, and that I'm some sort of a, scary person, and that I deserve to get, like, not my ID served, and that I'm insane. And all the FBI, they talk to me like I'm insane, and I tell them, don't you know the conspiracy theories and how all those vaccines are meant to dumb you all down forever so that heaven and earth never unite, so that you never get Lemuria served. So anywho, very highly possible, as I said, under Aquarius, membership for the library, that they stole all my files for my photo shoots in Los Angeles and here, and therefore they can prove, oh, she's nothing, she's just a wannabe model. But in the phone calls I was receiving from the Sagittarius in West Columbia, every time I would start to talk about mission, like, yeah, we're here to reunite heaven and earth and go back to our Lemurian ways, they would cut the call, probably hook her up with someone else in a different URL that would continue as if, it's her, that's mother of new creation. And then Tammy would go, oh, would you call me back, please? And her husband in the interim would, like, also interject. So very, very smart cabals. They don't care. They are, hellbound. They know that their plan would be to eventually make underground chambers for all the gay lords, all their, children abuse, children kidnapping, baby kidnapping. They kill the baby on very high pressures of stress. When the baby's blood pressure is very high, they kill it and just drink the shot of the blood. And they know what they're doing. Like, at my DMV appointment, they